Here's a quick VIX update for you. As we enter the summer months of trading, official Memorial Day kickoff has begun. And I'm doing this as a video because a picture is worth 1,000 words and a video is worth a couple million. And I want to show you here that the last time I did a VIX update to my tribe, it was on May 12th, this blue line right here. I talked about two things. One, advanced RSI power zones concepts, that's my indicator down below, and how it wasn't going to be a guarantee that we'd see this deteriorate all the way to bear support. A, that's the first thing that happened. B, I talked about how the range from March 26th was very critical, and you can see here that low was at 1697, and the VIX did not break below that low. It went lower, as I thought it might, but it didn't push below there. Then the VIX regrouped and resumed higher, really shooting up this past Friday, May 23rd. But even in shooting up the way that it didn't take out the high from May 7th. Right? That's 2562 and only got to 2553 before it started backing off again. Now what I really want to look at is the intraday chart. So the 60-minute chart of the VIX, yes, you can look at the VIX intraday and still apply the RSI power zones. Again, this was when I posted an update via a blog post back on May 12th. I talked about this resistance at 1966. And look, the market held it. It kept going lower, didn't see that level until much later. Now, when the VIX started turning around at the levels that you see here, okay, on May 16th, it put in an advanced RSI power zone signal. So I teach this in my advanced RSI power zones course. It's not a foundational teaching because it requires a deeper understanding of the RSI, which you can get from the 4 zones RSI coverage system. And I'm going to go into this in depth along with other topics in my tune-up that I'm having tomorrow. Depending on when you're watching this video, you'll be able to attend if you're an advanced RSI power zones member. All right, so let's zoom in on the recent action and then get real specific on what's going on now, because I think we might be at a very important juncture. Here's why. We had a pop up from that low, right? Traded down. Popped up, traded down. All of this was essentially consolidation. And look at how when the VIX popped higher on the intraday charts, it did so from the bull support power zone. If you're paying attention to the VIX and you're not using the RSI power zones to look at it on a 60-minute time frame, you're missing out on so much valuable information. Because look, it did it here again. Because remember, my momentum indicator isn't about trading back and forth between the green and red zones. It's about using the directional pushes as a hint as to which direction the underlying security will move. And on Friday, we got this huge pop higher and have come off of it since. So coming off of this high in the VIX has correlated with the stock market going up and especially having a strong day today, the first Tuesday after the holiday. But check this out. We are back at a support area. It's also an outside bar candle, and that's from May 21st. So all of these levels here on an intraday basis, I would look at as important support for the VIX. I don't necessarily think they're going to hold, but I do think that you should be watching to make sure the VIX is able to push back down through them. Now, for some reason, the VIX does turn around here, and it doesn't keep going lower, right? Perhaps this interim trend line provides support. Then what you need to monitor is the most recent outside bar that formed, and that's back here. And you can see it has a low, a midpoint, and a high. This is the simplest way to keep tabs on what's going on with the VIX over the next few sessions. And I comment on this market regularly in our monthly group coaching, advanced monthly group coaching, and any tune-ups that I have, like I am having per the calendar tomorrow, Wednesday, May 28th. So hope that helps. If you found value in this video, please go ahead, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, drop a comment down below, give it a like, and I'll catch you next time.